Everybody walking this earth has something special inside of them, something God placed there before they even took their first breath. You weren't born empty. You weren't put here to just exist, to just get by, to just survive from day to day. No, God planted a gift inside of you, a unique ability, a natural talent, something that sets you apart from everybody else. And the thing about a gift, it's not something you earn. It's not something you have to go out and find. It's already in you. It was designed specifically for you before you even knew who you were. See, when God created you, he wasn't guessing. He wasn't experimenting. He was intentional. He designed you with purpose, and part of that purpose is wrapped up in your gift. Your gift is the thing that comes easy to you, the thing you do effortlessly while other people struggle with it. Maybe you can sing, maybe you can teach, maybe you have a way of making people laugh. Maybe you have a heart that can listen and heal others. Whatever it is, that's not a coincidence. That's divine design. The problem is most people never tap into what God gave them. They go through life believing that their gift is invaluable, or they think it has to look like someone else's to matter. But God didn't give everybody the same gift because he didn't create you to be a copy of somebody else. He created you to be you. And when he planted that gift inside of you, he gave you everything you needed to develop it, grow it, and use it to impact the world. Think about a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, everything that seed needs to become what it's meant to be is already inside of it. If it's an apple seed, it's already designed to become an apple tree. It doesn't need to go out and find appleness. It just needs the right conditions, water, sunlight, time, to grow into what it was always meant to be. That's exactly how your gift works. You don't have to chase after it. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to recognize it, nurture it, and let it grow. But here's what happens. Too many people bury their gift instead of planting it. They let fear, doubt, and comparison convince them that what they have isn't enough. They look at someone else who's further along, someone more successful, and they think, well, I guess I'm not that special. But let me tell you something. The only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that successful people use their gift. They stop hiding it. They stop waiting for permission. They stop doubting what God gave them. God didn't put that gift inside you for it to sit there. He didn't give it to you just for you to ignore it. He gave it to you to use, to develop, to share. And when you start walking in that gift, when you start believing in what God placed inside of you, doors will start opening. Opportunities will show up. People will be drawn to what you have because what you have is divinely assigned. So the question is, are you going to plant your gift and let it grow, or are you going to bury it and let it die? Because what God placed inside of you is meant to flourish. And the world is waiting on you to step into what you were created to do. Your gift is not just something you have. It's the key to unlocking the life you were meant to live. When you step into your gift, when you embrace it and use it the way God intended, it starts creating opportunities for you that you could have never arranged on your own. It opens doors you didn't even know existed. It introduces you to people, places, and possibilities that were out of reach when you were trying to do everything on your own strength. That's because your gift is divinely designed to make a way for you. See, a lot of people think that success comes from just working hard. And while hard work is important, hard work without alignment is just struggle. The truth is, you can put in all the effort in the world, but if you're working outside of your gift, you'll always feel like you're forcing something that isn't meant for you. But when you start operating inside your gift, things shift. The effort you put in starts producing results. The things you once struggled to achieve start flowing naturally. That's because when you walk in your gift, you're not just working, you're fulfilling your purpose. And here's the beautiful part. Your gift doesn't need permission to make a way for you. It doesn't need validation from other people. You don't have to beg for opportunities. You don't have to chase after people trying to convince them to notice you. Your gift speaks for itself. When you operate in it, people see it, recognize it, and seek you out for it. That's why some of the most successful people in the world didn't have to force their way into rooms. They got invited because of what they brought to the table. They used their gift, and their gift made room for them. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone who wasn't the most educated, wasn't the most experienced, but they still kept getting opportunities, still kept rising to the top? That's not luck. That's not coincidence. That's their gift making room for them. Because when you function in what God put inside of you, the world can't ignore it. It demands attention. It creates demand. It draws resources. But here's the catch. Your gift can't make room for you if you're not using it. Too many people hide their gift, waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for someone to give them a platform. But your gift isn't waiting on someone else. It's waiting on you. It's waiting for you to stop doubting it, stop downplaying it, stop comparing it to others. Because the moment you start using what God gave you, you activate something powerful. You set things in motion that no man can stop. Your gift is the door to your destiny. It's not about chasing success. It's about stepping into what was already planned for you. And when you do that, when you fully embrace the talent, the skill, the anointing God placed inside of you, you won't have to push doors open. They'll swing open on their own. Too many people spend their whole lives looking for something they already have. They chase after careers, titles, and opportunities that don't fit them, all while ignoring the very thing that God placed inside of them, the thing that comes naturally. The problem is, people think that if something comes easy to them, it must not be valuable. They assume that success has to be hard, that it has to come through struggle and effort. But the truth is, God doesn't make purpose complicated. What He designed you to do is already inside you, and the biggest mistake you can make is ignoring it. Think about the things you do effortlessly, the things people always compliment you on, the things that feel natural, the things that don't even feel like work when you do them. That's not random. That's a sign. That's your gift showing itself, trying to get your attention. But instead of embracing it, most people dismiss it. They say, oh, that's just a hobby. That's just something I do for fun. They tell themselves that because it comes easy, it must not be special. But here's what you need to understand. What's easy for you is hard for somebody else. There are people struggling to do something that you could do in your sleep. There are people paying money, spending years trying to learn what you already have naturally inside of you. That's why you can't afford to ignore it. Your gift is your advantage. It's the thing that sets you apart. But if you keep overlooking it, if you keep treating it like it doesn't matter, you'll keep missing out on the life you were meant to live. People waste years forcing themselves into careers they hate, trying to be something they're not, when all along the answer was inside them the whole time. You don't have to look for your gift. It's already there. The question is, are you going to use it? Are you going to stop running from it? Or are you going to stop doubting what God gave you? Because the moment you stop ignoring what comes naturally to you, everything starts changing. Opportunities start showing up. Doors start opening. Things that felt like a struggle before suddenly start flowing. That's what happens when you step into what God created you to do. You stop feeling like you're working against the grain. You stop feeling drained and unfulfilled. Because when you operate in your gift, you're not just working, you're walking in purpose. And when you walk in purpose, favor follows. You don't have to force things to happen, they just happen. But first, you have to make a decision. Stop overlooking what God already gave you. Stop ignoring what comes naturally. That's where your breakthrough is. That's where your success is. That's where your purpose is. Fear and doubt are the two biggest things standing between you and the life you were created to live. They will keep you stuck, keep you second-guessing yourself, and make you believe that you're not good enough, not ready, not capable. And the worst part, they don't just stop you from moving forward, They make you ignore your own gift. See, fear has a way of whispering lies into your mind, convincing you that if you try, you'll fail, that if you put yourself out there, you'll be judged, that if you take a step, everything will fall apart. And doubt will make you question whether you even have a gift at all. It'll make you look at others and think, they're better than me. They have more experience. They have more talent. Maybe I'm not meant for this. But let me tell you something. Fear and doubt only have the power that you give them. They are not real obstacles. They are mental ones. They only exist if you let them. And the reason they show up so strongly when you start thinking about your gift is because the enemy knows that if you ever fully step into what God has for you, you become unstoppable. He knows that once you recognize your potential, once you stop hesitating, once you finally embrace the talent that's been inside of you all along, you'll start walking in a level of favor and opportunity that nothing can block. Think about how many times you've felt pulled towards something. Maybe you had an idea, a passion, a skill that just wouldn't go away. Deep down, you knew it was something special, but as soon as you thought about pursuing it, fear and doubt showed up. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if people laugh at me? What if it doesn't work? And just like that, you put your gift back on the shelf. You convince yourself to wait. You tell yourself you'll do it one day. But let me ask you this. How many more years are you going to let fear and doubt control you? How long are you going to let something that's not even real stop you from using what God put inside of you? The truth is, fear and doubt never fully go away. They will always try to creep in. But successful people who truly walk in their purpose, they feel fear and do it anyway. They don't let their doubts control their decisions. They don't let fear keep them from moving forward. They understand that fear is just a distraction, a trick to keep them from stepping into what God has already prepared for them. And let me tell you something else. Fear and doubt don't come from God. The Bible says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." That means when fear and doubt show up, you can already recognize that they are not from Him. They are coming to hold you back, to stop you from fulfilling your purpose. But you don't have to listen. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to keep letting it run your life. Because here's the reality. You will never feel 100% ready. You will never have every detail figured out. You will never have a perfect plan, but you don't need one. All you need is faith. Faith that if God gave you the gift, He also gave you everything you need to use it. Faith that if you take the first step, He will meet you there. Faith that if you stop letting fear and doubt control you, you will finally step into the life you were meant to live. So the question is, are you going to keep letting fear and doubt hold you back, or are you finally going to move forward in faith? Because on the other side of fear is your purpose, your calling, and the life you were meant to live. Your gift was designed to make room for you, to open doors, to position you in places you never thought possible. And when you finally start walking in it, when you stop ignoring it, stop doubting it, stop treating it like a side hobby, everything shifts. You stop waking up dreading Monday mornings. You stop feeling drained and unfulfilled. Because when you operate in your gift, work doesn't feel like work. It feels like purpose. That doesn't mean you quit your job tomorrow with no plan. It doesn't mean you throw everything away overnight, but it does mean you start being intentional about developing your gift. You start making room for it. You stop treating it like an afterthought and start investing in it. Because your job may give you a paycheck, but your gift will give you legacy, fulfillment, and impact. And when you finally step into what you were born to do, you'll realize something powerful. You were never meant to just work a job. You were meant to walk in your purpose.